Have won from the pole, none since Kaz Grala in 2017. Let's see if Sauter can get it done. We're racing at Daytona. And we've got contact already. Didn't even get to the start-finish line before some vehicles got tangled up, including, oh, what a heartbreaker for the 44. They had so much expectation tonight. James Busher.
He started last, Vince, and yet
happened all the way in the back.
Yeah, there's that Tanner Gray in the 15. You can see he didn't go. Where's that?
Derek Kraus, the 19, I think, is involved in that as well. Something with the 15 having an initial problem. Tanner Gray didn't get going.
And, you know, there's just no way for those drivers to see through the other trucks. Joe Cobb on the bottom does a nice job.
Of James Busher.
That's a hard one to figure, Vince. And Jamie, what do you see there? The wreck was well behind when Gray had problems, and most of the trucks around him got by. You'd think they would have had issues.
Yeah, and we got a report that Tanner knew he had an issue coming to the green. And it was
a series of shocking events for this team.
Had some contact on track on the first lap of the race, then some contact on pit road.
Look at that view. That's a great camera shot.
He's drifting and mowing the grass.
That left rear tire was cut down.
This is how it began.
See the 19 truck on the right outside, middle of the screen. There it goes. I think.
Yeah,
maybe
you see it already starting to wiggle, and he knows that. It makes a great save right here, not to get into the outside wall, and also everyone else did a great job around him not to get into him.
That's David Gilliland that Caution is out, and again it's the 19 of Derek Kraus.
Also the 40.
Ryan Truex
involved
as well for Derek. It looks like he cut a tire down again.
Yeah.
You know, once you get the damage, it's hard to keep all the tires clearance. You also don't know if a crush panel, something's fallen off, and then you're running over it. But that's two what appears to be left rear tires. It looks like the right rear actually is cut down this time.
I think it got the right rear, but it wasn't significant. Well, it's pretty significant, but what all he's been through, I think he can still run on.
There you see Truex sliding through the picture.
I think he got bumped from behind, Vince.
Well, I would agree.
Yeah, and he's going to be okay. It doesn't look like he has any body damage at all from the flat. If you're going to have flat tires, it's a great place to have it because you're so close to pit road. I'm feeling like that father-son bond is probably going to be a little better than any teammate we have.
Oh, and that's the 3 of Jordan Anderson that has gone around. Contact with the wall, and the 22 of Austin Wayne Self involved.
Strong run for Self. I don't think it'll do either one of these two in tomorrow in the Xfinity race. He hopes.
Now we're getting close on.
Oh, is that a bump draft gone bad there, Jamie? Looks like
I'm gonna have to have another angle of that. I couldn't tell what happened.
Friesen was involved in that. Surprisingly, Derek Kraus wasn't.
He's gone to the garage. Kraus has gone to the garage.
Incredible.
Back to green at Daytona with 36 to go. That's Brian Doza in the 28. And Tyler Ankrum squeezing past him as Doza goes to the bottom, and Ankrum maybe got a bump in the back end from the 38 of Gilliland, and he's going to keep it almost contact, but was able to keep it clean.
Ankrum got lucky right there.
Yeah, and Sheldon Creed got involved as well into the 33 truck
still wrecking
of Jason White
from Canada.
And Creed suffering some damage. Doesn't give a pop to the 26 of Ankrum here.
Yeah, he's trying to push him on through, and Ankrum's bobbing and weaving, and here comes Gilliland, I think right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that Ankrum's truck was already light in the back. It didn't look like Todd hit him very hard there, but when you're in the middle, most vulnerable, and he's so lucky right there that he didn't get collected.
Yeah, because Sheldon wasn't driving through there.
Sheldon slowed down, and Jason, it looked like, got into him, and they couldn't stop.
Ankrum was wasting no time on this restart.
Well, you
squeezing
can't.
past Doza, absolutely.
John Hunter off. Did a nice job of preparing for what might happen.
And there was David Gilliland.
Yeah.
Coming to pit road under this caution. coming back for the restart at Daytona. 3 wide.
Oh, and Moffitt's looking to make it 4. Oh, that is not good. There's 4 wide. I knew it would happen.
Truck's not stable, and it's going to send Gilliland around, and big wreck.
That is
Big damage to Gilliland and Stuart Friesen.
I mean, that's just 4 wide, Jamie.
Tate Fogelman in the 12 took big damage there as well. Oh, what a tough finish for Todd Gilliland.
Vince, I've been 4 wide at Daytona before, but it was an accident. It did an accident, but they were pushing to be 4 wide on purpose.
You see, Todd Gilliland was kind of indecisive there. He didn't go to the second lane, and he didn't go up and block that outside lane, and that's what put them 4 wide. You get in that position, and you're waiting on your spotter to clear you one way or the other, and if the spotter's not 100% sure.
Watch right here. Gilliland's okay. Maybe. Oh,
It looked like he had a little help from behind, actually, that shot him up.
That'll make you lose the front end of your truck.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Only 3 vehicles took significant damage. Not too heavy a damage there.
Saw Moffitt bounce off the wall in this wreck, but I haven't seen him come to pit road yet. See right there, Moffitt.
Yep.
Maybe just minor damage.
Yeah, it didn't look like he hit that hard.
Right.
I didn't see any tire marks after he hit the wall.
Heartbreaker for Todd Gilliland in that 38, and Stuart Friesen as well. Of course, Tate Fogelman in the 12.
Look at the destruction. This is what happens when things go wrong at 180 miles an hour.
Michael, I don't know about you, but I always shut my eyes right here. Like, I didn't ever want to see all those sparks and everything that was happening.
Thank goodness our camera guys aren't shutting their eyes when all that's going on and missing these great shots.
They're
Terrific work, guys.
They're awesome. The pictures and the sounds. Fox Sports brings the NASCAR fans. This is incredible. Look at that speedy drive. Matt Crafton with a big push down the back.
Hailie Deegan. Contact.
She can start that thing going, yeah. Just get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
Get out of my way.
To get a look at how much damage she's got to the front end of that truck. And
yeah, she got a little more damage than I thought she was going to have there, Michael. It didn't, ride on in with her. It didn't look like she hit that hard, but it's a little more damage.
Pretty significant there. You can tell how it started. Oh, way in the back.
Yeah, really hard to see what happened there.
How difficult is it to see when you go through that speedy drive? I mean, from
I think
our
it's
perspective,
worse.
it looks like it's really difficult.
I think it's worse from the perspective we see here on TV, but definitely it's hard to see through that. But you got to remember, it's only 2 or 3 seconds, and you're essentially going straight. If nothing happens in front of you, see her, it has a pretty big impact she had on that inside wall.
She had an onboard camera. We get a look at how difficult it is to see. Here you go. I think that wasn't an issue at all.
I don't know if someone got into the back of her.
I think the trucks around her, maybe Jordan Anderson saw all the speedy drive, maybe backed out of the throttle, and she
tried to get in front of Timothy Peters on the inside.
Look at that mess, Jamie, how tight you are packed.
There's Moffitt going around.
Moffitt was running 24th. I don't know how that could have happened. It's been a tough race for him.
Still green, and you spots.
Timothy Peters hops up behind Ben Rhodes and gives a nice push. Now the 18 smoking too.
Wow, Infinger hanging on to this one despite some smoke, and now Chandler Smith has gone around. He was up fighting for the lead. Gathers it up without hitting anything, but
yeah, I don't think we're gonna have a caution.
Green is still
gonna
out.
Stay green here.
Still racing, and now they're crashing. Timothy Peters involved. Tyler Ankrum has taken a big hit. Wow. John Hunter Nemechek. Several contenders. Heck, Timothy Peters and Chandler Smith. Ambulance for the trip to the Advent Healthcare Center.
It's going to be busy over there.
The cockpit up with smoke.
Oh, Timothy Peters trying to get in a hole that's not there.
Yeah, Drew Dollar in the 51 didn't have anywhere to go.
No, that was not Drew Dollar's fault. To see if he survives this little conflict, and then Peters right back up into traffic. How much damage does Johnny Sauter get?
Clip Sauter there in the left rear.
Carson Hocevar.
A lot of innocent victims.
You know, we hear it all the time. When you want to make a move, you just have to be so aggressive, because if you ease down like you see Timothy Peters there, that gap gets filled up, and it's, you know, it's 4 laps to go right now. No one's going to give you any room or let off at this point.
That's just trying to close a hole that was already occupied.
Yeah.
Several of those drivers just had absolutely nowhere to go. John Hunter looks like not major damage.
Now, his didn't look too bad, at least on the right side that I saw.
Look at the hands.
Gosh, it gets violent in a hurry, doesn't it, Jay?
Yeah,
you hear that?
Everybody.
There's nothing the 51 truck could do.
No, absolutely not.
And he does a nice job after the contact. Watch him, he keeps that truck pointed in the right direction.
See Austin Hill get turned into the wall right there.
Look at the 2 truck of Sheldon Creed and Matt Kraft, and they've been involved in about everything tonight, but just keep on making their way through the messes.
Contact in the 22 of Austin Wayne, Self going around. We stay green on the final lap at Daytona.
Ben Rhodes is backed up. He's going to get a little bit of a run right here on him. Here comes his teammate.
The Texan, trying to hold on, 43 years old.
Oh,
big crash, and Ben Rhodes going around the outside and across the line.
Jordan Anderson with the huge run.
But it's Ben Rhodes, the winner. Wow.
that's crazy what happens on the last lap here.
Yes, Vince. Wow. We talked about how aggressive that young man was. Ben Rhodes mentioned he'd finished second here a year ago. Did Jordan Anderson.
There is the move as he gets down to the bottom.
Had to spin a guy out of the way.
Yeah, that's what got Austin Wayne Self going the other direction.
I'm just going to need to get over to the left a bit. Sorry.
Excuse me.
But watch this move.
Crafton really gave himself up there for the block of the 21. And Jordan Anderson, I'll tell you, Mike, if they'd had another 10 feet, he might have won this thing.
You got that right. Look at how fast he was going. Great move by Jordan. Ben Rhodes, Roper.
Corey Roper, when they came around, I thought Corey Roper was going to win the race.
I did too. I thought he made a great decision. Initially, I thought he was just going to push Sheldon Creed for that whole last lap, but when he ducked to the inside and then everybody lined up behind him, I thought he was going to be hard to beat.
What about Carson Hocevar? He comes across in the 5th position in that 42 truck. And he'd been in 2 or 3 wrecks.
Yep, Ryan Truex, we haven't talked much about tonight. He just bided his time, and he ends up with a top 5 finish. Well done.
What a crazy last lap. That's fun to watch.
Let's ride with the 98 of Grant Enfinger.
I'm not a big fan of watching all the trucks wreck, but it is fun to watch all the moves that they're made, and Jordan Anderson coming from 11th or 12th. I'm telling you, I thought this was the truck that was going to win. He had such a massive run, but then he gets clipped right there by Chandler Smith. And
he hasn't lifted yet, though.
He hasn't, because he can see the finish line. I think we've all done that at some point.